Good morning, this is Ron Brown. It is the 22nd of December, 2022. This is a short follow-up video to the webinar I did yesterday. There are some things that need to be clarified. I've had questions from some of the people that attended, and I'm going to try to answer those questions in this video. When I update my add-on, and the user smart groups I want to share with you, I'm putting them in a folder called add-on list, all user smart groups. I was having people select their own smart groups, but that was really confusing for new users. So I added a user smart group of the most useful smart groups, at least the way I see it, user smart groups, and put them in a folder called add-on list, all user smart groups. And for this webinar, what I did is create a subfolder called thinkorswim user groups, and these are the user groups that I am pasting into thinkorswim. It takes about 3 to 4 minutes, maybe 5 minutes to paste these in to thinkorswim, and then I have a fresh list of stocks every day. As I point out in the webinar, I show in the webinar how I put these together, or how I created the user groups. And what I'm doing is, in this one, for example, I'm going into and accessing a user group, or not a user smart group, a regular smart group that is generated every day. Same goes for this one. This one is a user smart group. This accesses the custom groups up here, the most recent top 50. And anyway, if you go in and watch the entire webinar, or the first portion of the webinar, you'll see how I created these. But these are the groups that I'm currently using, and these stocks are generated for us every day automatically during the update process. Now I'm going to resize this and bring up thinkorswim. And these are the groups from today. It's a very brutal day, as you can see, but even on a day like this, you're going to find some winners. Now, not very many, and it's very risky, obviously, taking any of these trades, but here's a stock, ACLX. It's up 22 cents, trading at 96.2% of its daily range. So if I zoom in on this, you can see that even when the market is getting overwhelmed, which it is today, the NASDAQ futures are down 320, and the comp is down 273. There are still stocks going against the grain. Now this is from my high relative strength combo group. Now this view of a watch list, this is what I'm using for all of my groups. And if you look here under personal, I have numbered these so they're easy to find, and it's just a easy sequence to go up and down. But I want this standard view used here because it contains the last, the net change, the percentage change, the daily range, volume, and sector. Now there was some confusion. I had a custom column in here, but Paul Reike figured out that this is available in the regular thinkorswim installation. So let me show you how to do this. I'm going to go over here and click on this little wheel and customize it. And these are the symbols that I'm using. Now I want you to go over here to look up a column and just type in daily relative, or daily R, and there it is right there. And this one is the same column that I was using with a custom column, except it's got the percentage behind it like this. The column I was using just didn't have the percent symbol. But I want you to lay this out like this: symbol, last, net change, percent change, daily relative range, volume, and sector. Now you can add other fields if you want to. I just don't think they're necessary. So I'm going to cancel this, and I've already pasted these groups in here for today. I just notice how these are numbered over here, and these numbers correspond to these numbers. And once everything is pasted in, you can just quickly flip down through these lists, and these lists may change. I'm experimenting with these now, and you can quickly go through the list. Now this is a horrible day in the market, as I mentioned already. But even on these days, there are a few stocks that are going up. It's just very dangerous to even stick your neck out there, though. Look at these. These are trading at the bottom of their trading range. There must be a really heavy demand on the thinkorswim servers today, because these numbers are not calculating nearly as fast or quickly as they were yesterday. But you can still see the daily range on here. Here's DHI. It's down 60 cents, but it's trading at 90% of its daily range. So if I move in here, I can see that there's a test, and it's negative, just slightly negative, but there are buyers coming in on very light volume. I'm going to make this full screen. Let's go into Market Watch, visualize, look how this market looks today. I'm going to go into my personal indexes. I'm going to go down to HGSI stocks in groups. I mentioned this in the webinar portion of this, and you can see where the real selling pressure is. NVIDIA is down 6.73%. There was a really disappointing earnings outlook from Micron, and evidently, according to the headlines, that's what set the market off today to the downside. I'm going to click on the information technology over here, and you can see that this is just getting slaughtered today. I can't seem to locate Micron on here. Let's just go to the chart, take a look at MU, and you can see that it gapped down, and it's actually trying to find support at this low over here. Clearly in a downtrend, the fan is down, the 3 is below the 6. Anybody bottom fishing this before earnings got hit hard today. Now I'm going to go over here. These are my groups that I put in here and pasted in here. But I'm going to go to public, and I'm going to locate NASDAQ 100 stocks. And on the daily range, you can see stocks like AMAT, let's see, NVIDIA, I thought I saw in here. Look at this, Tesla, a new low. Here's NVIDIA. This was very strong stock, but it's fallen out of favor too. But this technique of using this view shows you all the information you really need to know. The daily range, you can see where there's any strength in here at all, or you can see where the weakness is. So the most important thing to remember is set this watch list up like this, and then you can go to any group, either public or private, and you're going to get the same information, and you'll get a quick read on what these groups are doing. Let's just look at the top 50 today, and you can see that it's pretty much getting decimated like everything else here. Okay, here's one that's up. It's only traded 12,900 shares. This is really not a good day to demonstrate the bullish side, obviously. Look down here, advancers minus decliners on the NYSE. 2,000 more decliners than advancers, 387 advancers, 2399 decliners. Going down to the comp, there are nearly 2,000 more decliners than advancers looking at these numbers. I'm going to go back to that heat map one more time. Visualize. And I'm going to go to the HGSI stocks and groups. And there's a little bit of green in here, but not very much, and a lot of smaller cap stocks. It's just a generally really poor market day, and you can see that, as I mentioned earlier, information technology is one of the worst sectors. Okay, that's it for this video. I just want to clarify a few things with this view right here, applying it to any of the groups that I'm putting in here or any of the public groups. It's going to give you a very good read on the market. Now, like I said, I think the calculations on the server are slow today. There must be a lot of activity. Normally these would just line up according to the percentage gain or loss, but it's not doing it today. Thanks for listening. If you have any questions, just send me an email.